So let us start now. My first question is, do you know infer-ledge? What do you mean by infer-ledge? Infer-ledge and how to avoid it?
So can you repeat it?
Infer-ledge, I-N-F-E-R, infer-ledge. Infer-ledge. Okay, write down and check it after the interview. Check it after the interview.
Can I say, sir?
Yeah, you can tell.
Can I say?
Yeah.
Infer-ledge means it is occurred when we didn't give any input. When we didn't mention any input, then it will give infer-ledge. Suppose in marks, if you give select lines like 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, and you didn't mention 1, 1, then infer-ledge will occur. It means the output which is occurred at 1, 0, last output which is occurred at 1, 0, it will be same for 1, 1 also, because it doesn't detect 1, 1 as input. That's why it detects as a latch.
And how to avoid it?
It is avoided by using default. It is avoided by using default statement, and I mention all the inputs.
Okay, if possible, make the diagram also in the interview. Explain through the diagram also. Okay. In the interview, you can explain. Right now, it is fine. Okay. My next question is,
Okay.
what is the difference between blocking and non-blocking statement, assignment statement? Tanish,
Sir, in blocking assignment, the thing is that when we assign something, it is first evaluated and then it will proceed further to execute the next statements. But in case of non-blocking, it does not block the flow of program and it proceeds further as soon as the first statement is processed, and it moves on to next statement to process the next statement or the next line of code in non-blocking.
4 डिफरेंस बताने कम से कम इंटरव्यू में. सिंपल सा क्वेश्चन है ना, अभी के लिए सही है, लेकिन इंटरव्यू में 4 डिफरेंस बताना प्लस एक एग्जांपल देना है ना, ताकि क्योंकि सिंपल सा क्वेश्चन है, तुमको पता है ये पूछा जाएगा, है ना. अब तुम इसको ही इतने अच्छे से नहीं बता पाओगे तो हार्ड वाले का क्या बता पाओगे, है ना. तो कुछ क्वेश्चन ऐसे होते हैं कि जो पूछे जाएंगे, है ना, उसको अच्छे से आंसर करो. रूपम एक बार कैमरा ऑन करो जल्दी से. Yeah. My next question is difference between RISC and CISC processor. RISC, R-I-S-C, and CISC processor. Who will tell me? Sudhir, Rupam, Tanish, computer architecture. From the computer architecture, I have this.
Can I say, sir?
Continue.
RISC is a reduced instruction set. RISC is a reduced instruction set computer, and CISC is a complex instruction set computer. RISC deals with data with register to register, and in CISC it deals data from memory to memory. In RISC we need more number of registers. In CISC we need less number of registers, and in RISC it have a fixed length, and in CISC it has a variable length instruction, and in RISC it will execute in one cycle every instruction. In CISC it takes more than one cycle to execute the instruction. In RISC it needs more cache because of more number of registers and to execute the code. In CISC it needs very less cache. RISC is very faster, while CISC is slower.
Yeah, these are some of the important points. So just others also check it after the interview. My next question is, tell me the difference between BJT, MOSFET, CMOS, then FinFET. BJT, MOSFET, JFET, FinFET. Yeah. Do you know the difference between how to, like, what are the difference between, like, you can tell me two difference between each other?
I know BJT, MOSFET, and JFET, sir. I didn't know about FinFET.
Okay, you can tell.
BJT is current control, MOSFET is voltage control, JFET is also voltage control. BJT in JFET it is in a reverse bias. JFET it is operated in reverse bias. In MOSFET it is operated in both forward bias and reverse bias, where depletion mode and enhancement mode. In BJT it is its modes are like active modes, saturation mode. BJT contains three modes: active mode, saturation mode, and reverse act. Four modes: active mode, saturation, reverse active. Active mode will comes when base emitter is forward bias and base collector in reverse bias. Saturation means base emitter in forward bias and base collector also in forward bias. In MOSFET, it is depend upon voltage, like VDS greater than VGS minus VTH, it is saturation, and VDS less than VGS minus VTH, and VGS greater than VTH, then it is in active region. When in JFET, it is operated in reverse bias, like VGS less than VDS less than VGS minus VTH. JFET, it is the junction field effect to transistor, and MOSFET is the metal oxide semiconductor field effect to transistor, and BJT is the bijunction transistor.
Yeah. So just take it after the interview also. You will get the like more differences, right? Others also. So my next question is simple. Simple question I will ask you. So implement a XOR gate using mux. XOR gate using mux. XOR gate using mux. What will be the input?
X.
XOR.
Okay.
Others, let others to tell. Rupam, you want to tell? XOR gate using mux.
Yes, sir. If I took select line as a is my input. So if I put A equal to 0, so it will select I naught. So I can in I naught I can give one variable, like if I say B, so if I will take B bar, and when A equal to 1, then I can select I1, and there I will, sorry, when A equal to 0, I will select B, and when A equal to 1, I will select B bar.
Okay.
Then output will be XOR gate.
What is dynamic power and how we can reduce it? What is dynamic power and how we can reduce it? Who want to tell? You can raise your hand and start. Yeah, you want to start. You can start.
Dynamic power is it takes place when a clock is given, like it is in on state. It is like power is equal, when the clock is on, it will be on. It means a transaction occurs. During the transaction, the uh, the power will be generated, like dynamic power. It is like it is eliminated by using power gating, clock gating, and like sleep mode transistor. Like that, it will be used by clock gating. Means when there is no use of that circuit. When there is no use of that circuit, by using clock gating, removing of that, not giving to that clock, we can stop that, reduce that power. And power gating in sleep mode, we use transistor as a sleep, it as a NMOS as sleep. And can I draw that diagram of sleep transistor?
Yeah, you can draw the diagram. I will ask the other question from other side. What is clock gating and what is the circuit of clock gating? Clock gating. Clock gating पता है किसी को? रूपम क्लॉक गेटिंग पता है?
No, sir.
कोई नहीं, सिंपल सा क्वेश्चन पूछता है फिर. What is setup time, hold time? Setup time, hold time बताओ जल्दी से.
Setup time is the minimum time that input signal should be stable before the clock signal, and hold time is the minimum time the input signal should be stay after the clock signal, so that we will not get a stable output.
इसमें दो चीजें और करनी है, एक तो इक्वेशन लिखनी है तुमको, इक्वेशन लिखनी है, पर इक्वेशन पता होगा, और डायग्राम बनाना है, डायग्राम से बताना है ना। तो तीन चीजें करनी है, डेफिनेशन बताना है, इक्वेशन और डायग्राम। कैन
Sir,
setup time can be 0, negative or positive. So setup time, hold time can be negative, positive, and when it is possible. Yeah, Sudhir, show me.
this is the sleep transistor. When the sleep is equal to 0, then it will be on and it will be on, and the circuit will be in on state and it will work. It is the clock gating, like AND gate where we give clock and clock enable. Where clock enable is equal to 1, then the clock will be generated to that circuit, or else the clock will not be generated.
Take it after the class also, fine. Some more points are there, fine.
Okay.
What was your question? Setup time, hold time can be negative, 0 and positive, and when it is possible. Who will answer? Tanish? Yeah,
So setup time
Sudhir,
is,
Tanish, first answer.
oh, sir, I don't know.
कोई नहीं, सुधीर जल्दी से बताओ।
Setup time can be negative also. It means it will come before the active edge of the clock. It will be stable, means setup time will be negative. And it means setup time means the minimum amount of time the data should be stable now, sir. If that window, before that window, if the input signal is stable, then the setup time will be negative, and the setup time is 0 at the time when the clockage and all the things occur at the same moment. It means at the moment that the setup time will be 0, and the setup time positive will be good, and setup time positive will be good, sir.
So it can be negative also, fine.
Yes, sir.
Can both be negative at the same time? Both be negative at the same time?
What?
Both setup
negative
time, hold
means?
time. Just Google it after the interface.
Okay, sir.
My next question is, what are the different methods to avoid setup time violation and hold time violation? For each you have to tell. Rupam, you want to answer? सेटअप टाइम वायलेशन को कैसे अवॉइड करेंगे और होल्ड टाइम वायलेशन को कैसे अवॉइड करेंगे? सबसे पहले तो इक्वेशन बता देना कि ये एक टर्म्स एंड कंडीशंस होनी चाहिए, है ना, टर्म्स, है ना. You want to answer, Rupam, or we can skip? Okay. Sudhir, you can answer.
Setup time can be eliminated by using setup time can be eliminated by using clock to queue frequency. Clock to queue time period should be increases, or else a decreasing of frequency of decreasing of frequency. It is also eliminated as a setup time violation, and in hold time violation by using it is done in back end. It is reduced by using buffers. By using buffers, we can reduce the hold time violations, and if the combination delay is reduced, then the setup time will be setup time violation will be eliminated.
There are 5 methods and 3 methods. Total 8 methods are there. At least that 3 methods for each, right?
Okay.
तनिष बताना है कुछ?
नहीं सर, इसके का नहीं पता.
अच्छा, क्या क्या पढ़ के आए हो एक बार बताओ मेरे को.
सर मैं डिजिटल और वेरिलॉग पढ़ता हूँ.
अच्छा, वेरिलॉग से पूछा. What is difference between intra and inter delay? Inter and inter delay.
सर इंटर डिले, सर ये वाला नहीं आ रहा मेरे को.
कोई नहीं, रूपम बताना.
Sir, actually your voice is breaking.
Inter and inter delay. Inter and
Can I
inter delay.
can I turn off the video because internet bandwidth
Okay.
is low?
Okay, fine. Okay. Inter and
Yes,
inter delay.
intra delay.
Hmm. Sudhir, you want to answer?
Can I?
Yeah, you can.
Yes, sir.
Hmm.
Inter assignment delay means it is in the form of A is equal to Ashton is equal to A is equal to B plus C. Then it is the inter assignment delay. Intra assignment delay is A is equal to Ashton B plus C. It is intra assignment delay. The delay in inter assignment delay, it is in the form of Ashton A is equal to B plus C means the B plus C operation will execute and it will first it delay by 10 nanoseconds and B plus C is assigned to A. Whereas in intra assignment delay, A is equal to Ashton B plus C, where B plus C will execute and it wait for 10 nanoseconds. It means based upon the time scale, it will wait and it is stored in temp register and it will give after 10 nanoseconds to A.
Okay. Okay, fine. My next, let me check the next question. What is the difference between synchronous and asynchronous reset? पढ़े? Tanish, synchronous
Yes, sir.
and asynchronous reset. Synchronous and asynchronous reset. Gurupam?
Yes, sir. Synchronized reset means it will depend on the clock signal. So whenever active edge of the clock signal will trigger, we will check the reset signal. And asynchronous reset mean it will independent of clock signal. So whenever reset signal change its value, it will work like that.
Okay. You have to make a coding part also, right? Right, using example also, right? There is coding part of it.
Okay.
Difference in the coding part. Okay, tell me the difference between encoder and priority encoder. Encoder and priority encoder. Tanish, बताना.
Sir, priority encoder, sir, exactly, I cannot frame it right now.
Okay, no problem. Hamming code, but Hamming code. Anyone? Hamming code, yeah. You want to tell about that? Yeah, you should tell me. Hamming code.
Hamming code is this Hamming code is the representation of it contains of both parity bits and data bits. It is contains of in the form of n comma k, where n is the number of data bits and when n is the total number of bits and k is the data bits. It is actually how to maintain 2 per n minus k greater than or equal to n plus 1, and it contains 3 parity bits and it is in the form of D4, P1, P2, and P4, and D3, D1, D2, D3, D4. At D4, it just can I show diagram, sir, for
I can
having
make the
code?
diagram. I will ask the next question. Me some of the major application of flip-flop. Application of flip-flop.
What, sir?
I'm asking others. You can make your diagram. Application
Sir,
of flip-flop.
application of it, it is used as storage elements, sir. Majorly used as storage elements and in counters and registers, for making counters in shift registers or shift left or shift right register, universal and bidirectional registers.
As well as frequency divider में भी use करते हैं ना.
Yes, sir. Frequently.
ठीक है. तो which gate is universal? Sorry, which flip-flop is universal flip-flop? Which flip-flop is the universal flip-flop? एक ऐसा flip-flop जिससे हम सारे flip-flop कर सकते हैं.
SR flip flop.
Google it after
JK
the.
flip-flop.
JK?
Yeah.
JK flip-flop.
Yeah, check it after the why it is implemented, how it is implemented. Right? Check it after. So, what is the disadvantage of JK flip-flop? Disadvantage of JK flip-flop.
When it is a 1-1, then it will toggle itself. It arises raise around condition.
So what is the race around condition?
When the clockage is high, when the clockage is not, when the clock input is high, then at that time when we give input as 1-1, the output will not be stable. It will like a 0-1, 0-1, 0-1, 0-1. It will oscillates like that. That is the race around condition.
Okay. What is
Correct, right?
disadvantage? Yeah. Who is saying? Rupam, tell me.
So now when the both input is 1 and we choose level sensitive clock and the gate delay is less than the half of the time period of the clock, then we will face the race around condition.
Okay. So disadvantage of SR flip-flop.
So the condition 1-1 creates a problem, and it has to be avoided because the output continuously changes when we give.
SR.
Yes, sir, SR. When the S and R are both created, given the input 1-1, the output continuously changes and it is not stable. So that is the disadvantage, that it cannot accept the input 1 and 1.
Okay, fine. Yeah, this is any invalid state, no? Invalid state, I will say.
Yes, sir.
Invalid state.
Invalid.
Unknown state.
The unknown invalid state. My next question is अच्छा सेटअप टाइम होल्ड टाइम का एक फॉर्मूला तो पता है ना कोई सर्किट देंगे
sir,
तो फॉर यू कैन एबल टू कैलकुलेट द टाइमिंग्स ना एक बार देख लेना है ना एसटी का ज्यादा पूछता नहीं हूँ एसटी अभी पढ़ा नहीं है इन्होंने नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन पूछता है व्हाट इज पाइपलाइनिंग सिंपल है
Can I?
या यू कैन
Pipeline is the process of which with many instructions will execute simultaneously. It will be overlapped. Like that, the throughput will be more by using pipeline. By using any instruction, it is executed by 5 stages: instruction fetch, instruction decode, execute, memory, and write back. In first stage, if first instruction, like it is the 5 cycles. Like first instruction is executed in five cycles, and the second instruction within the at the 6th cycle, the second instruction will be completed. At 7th cycle, third instruction will be completed. There are dependency. There are by using this hazards will also occur, like data hazard, structural hazard, and control hazard will also arise. Like data hazard means it depend upon data, based upon data, and structural hazard is depend upon if resources are limited, then if ALU two ALUs are executed at the same time, then ALU we have only one, and that time structural hazard will be occurred, and the control hazard if condition is it's check if the condition is it's wait for that condition whether it is occur or not, then control hazard will takes place.
okay in the interview you have to make some paperwork also, right? Okay, tell me the difference between dollar monitor, dollar display, and dollar stop. Display, monitor, and stop.
The dollar monitor continuously monitors the variables that it is provided, and it detects any changes occurring in the variable and displays them. The dollar display only works for the variables that are changing just before that, and dollar stop just stops the simulation. And you can change the design in between after stopping the design, and we can resume after we have after we have made the changes. So dollar stop helps us stop the simulation so that we can make the changes.
Anyone want to tell? Make a diagram of that also, like
Sir, it's
activities and all. Regions. Make it explain through the regions also, right? The regions are there in the value.
yes, sir.
Explain through that also. Sudhir, you want to add something?
Yes, sir. Dollar right and dollar display in the active region it will be takes place, and a dollar strobe and dollar monitor it will be takes place in postponed region. In active region in dollar right it will be execute in the same line it will be execute in a dollar display it will execute in new lines, and execute in postponed region, and it will takes the last one only, and in uh, dollar monitor it will execute the changes when the output is changes, then it will be changes.
Okay, fine. My next question is, in a proper pure combinational circuit, it is necessary to mention all the inputs in the sensitivity list. If yes, why? In a pure combinational circuit, it is compulsory to write all the inputs in the sensitivity list or not? And if yes, why? Yeah.
If we didn't mention like that, then it will arises like a pre-synthesis and post-synthesis mismatch. It will occur like latches like that. It will occur like what is in the Mach if you do not mention the one input with then it will occur in per latch like that. Our result will not be there. Like that, a latch will be occurred. We have to mention all the inputs.
Okay.
Or else we have to mention default if it is not mentioned all the inputs.
Okay. Tell me the difference between inertial and this transport delay. Inertial and transport delay. Who will answer? Rupam, you want to answer?
So transport delay means we write it like as 10, then A equal to B plus C. So, and actually, sir, I get confused.
Yeah, who want to answer?
Can I?
Yeah, you can answer.
Inertial delay is the delay. It means that the propagation delay of the gate should be maintained. It means if that input is not stable to the time, that will not be propagated. It like after 10 x after 10 nanoseconds means the gate delay should be the input should be stable up to 10 nanoseconds, or it will be not be propagated. And it is also denoted like after 10 nanoseconds, x after 40 nanoseconds means the minimum pulse width should be 10 nanoseconds, then only the output should be propagated. It means and it makes that output doesn't have any like what I say hazards will not be there. And in transport delay it is nothing but a wire delay. It's a transport x after 10 nanoseconds means after 10 nanoseconds the propagation, the waveform will be generated as usual what it form.
Okay, you told about the hazards. So what are the hazards? And what is the difference between hazards and glitch?
Hazards are mainly like stick. Okay, in this hazards stuck at.
Okay. Tanish, you want to tell?
Yes, sir.
नहीं सर ये नहीं आता.
नहीं पढ़ा. Rupam, you want to answer?
No, sir, hazard.
ठीक है. एक बार क्लास के बाद देख लेना. Glitch भी देख लेना. Hazards भी देख लेना. ठीक है. Next question पे जाते हैं.
Hazards. Static one hazard, static zero hazard, and dynamic hazard, sir. Static one hazard means that it will take place like A into A bar. If the propagation delay in that NOT gate is not, if the propagation delay doesn't maintain, then hazard will occurs. In static one hazard will comes like A plus A bar. It is a combination circuit. By using A plus A bar, we can generate the static one hazard. By using A into A bar, we generate the static zero hazard. And dynamic hazard, it takes like 3 wires like that. Can I draw? Means I will draw, or else.
You can draw.
Okay, sir. In glitch means the sudden what we expect the output, but the output is not occurred like that. Something it went like static one means output like static one only. If it comes like zero in between of one, then it is called a glitch.
Okay.
The expected output is not coming at that time. Then it, can I draw that static
Yeah, you
zero
can
and
do.
static one?
Yeah. So Tanish will tell me what difference between latches and flip-flop. Latch and flip-flop.
The latches are level sensitive devices, and flip-flop are edge sensitive devices. And latches are not operated with clock, but flip-flops are operated strictly with clock.
दो ही बताओगे?
Two different.
6 डिफरेंसेस
कैसे?
हैं, 6-7 हैं, 6-7 हैं, कम से कम 5 बताने हैं, 5 बताने हैं इंटरव्यू में। अभी रहने दो, अभी नहीं याद आ रहा तो कोई दिक्कत नहीं है, लेकिन इम्प्रूवमेंट करना है काफी ज्यादा, है ना? क्योंकि अगर सिंपल क्वेश्चन में नहीं बता पाओगे तो हार्ड क्वेश्चन कैसे बताओगे, है ना? माय नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज टाइम बोरिंग कॉन्सेप्ट। टाइम बोरिंग पढ़ा है? टाइम बोरिंग रूपम पढ़ा है? टाइम बोरिंग?
No, sir.
टाइम बोरिंग तो यार सिंपल सा है, पूछा जाएगा।
Okay. Okay.
हाँ सुधीर, सुधीर या टेल मी।
These are the static zero and static one and dynamic hazard.
Okay, fine. Okay. Sudhir, you want to tell what time boring concept?
Time boring.
Okay, no
I'm able to
problem.
recall, sir. Can you give some?
In latches it is. Latches are FIFA. There is a YouTube 15-minute video. You can watch it once. Time boring concept of NPTEL or something
Yes.
like that.
It
Next
means
question,
two
sir.
different flip-flops, sir.
You
Two
can check
different
it once.
flip-flops.
You can check after
Okay.
this thing because I have to take more questions. Right? Implement a NAND gate using mux. NAND gate using mux. NAND gate using mux. Simple सा question है. तनिष बना के दिखाओ जल्दी से, है ना? Next question is difference between combinational sequential circuit. ये रूपम को बताना है. रूपम जल्दी से बताओ.
Okay. Okay. In combinational circuit, there is no memory element or storage element, but in sequential circuit, we have memory element, you can say storage element, and in sequential circuit, we used global signal like clock signal, but in combinational circuit, there is no such global signals. In combinational circuit, we do not use feedback, but in sequential circuit, we use feedback. And
Okay, fine. No problem. You can check it. At least 5 difference you have to try and enter. Fine.
Sir,
Next.
that answer and using multiple bucks.
हाँ, you can answer. ठीक है, ठीक है.
So in input one we will give 0 and in input 2 we will give
Sudhir, just cross check it once. Sudhir, just cross check it once. Sudhir, cross check his answer.
This is the one. This is the one output.
Tanish, just check it once. तनिष वाले गलत था एक बार, है ना? क्रॉस चेक कर लेना, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है. अभी गलती करो देखो, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है. इंटरव्यू में गलती मत करना. माय नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज आई वांट टू मेजर अ bucket problem is there. So I want to measure a 4 liter using 3 liter and 5 liter bucket.
Can you explain again, sir?
I want to measure 4 liter. I want to measure 4 liter using 5 liter and 3 liter bucket. 5 liter and 3 liter bucket.
Okay, sir.
समझे क्वेश्चन? This is commonly asked question. So just
5 liter and 3 liter bucket to get 4 liters of.
yeah. My next question, you can write it down. Next question is steps of ASIC design flow. Steps of ASIC design flow. Who will tell me? Urupam, you want to tell? Steps of ASIC design flow. Just tell me the name first.
ASIC design flow.
Hmm.
Okay. First is specification, then architecture, then RTL coding, then verification, synthesis, then DFT, then timing analysis. After that, floor planning, then placement, routing, and then power estimation, and then fabrication.
Okay, just check it once, fine. If some steps are missing. I want to implement 8 into 1 marks using 2 into 1 marks. So you have to make the diagram also in the interview. Right now, you can tell me the direct answer because this is simple formula based. 8 into 1 marks
Sir,
using
7.
7. Okay, fine. I want to implement 5 into 1 marks using 2 into 1 marks. 56 into 1 marks using 2 into 1 marks. 56 into 1 marks using 2 into 1 marks. How many? Okay, tell me the difference. Rupam will tell me the difference between logical and case insensitivity. Okay, logical and case inequality. Sorry, logical and case inequality.
Logical inequality,
Logical and case.
not sign, then equal, one equal. If I check case inequality, then not sign, then double equal.
So just check it after the interview also. Give the example also. Fine. My next question is and last question is difference between task and function. This meeting will be over in few seconds. So just check it after the interview. Fine. So these were the questions for today. You can answer to these. But these were the questions for today. If you don't know the answers, just check it after the interview. Fine. Just Google these
Task.
questions on interview. Fine. Yeah, tell me.
Task will enable function and task also, and function will enable only function, another function, and it not enable that task, and function is simulated at a 0 delay. Task will simulated at 0 or
तनिष और रूपम थोड़ा यार अच्छे से पढ़ लो है ना थोड़ा सा